So Freddie Gibbs just released an album literally right now. It is 12:14 at the time that I'm recording this. I'm sorry if this mic sounds janky. I don't know if it sounds like it in post-production or not. I was trying to set up. I actually had a compressor mic that I got in June. It sounded perfect and all, but for some reason it wasn't catching the sounds of the desktop when I would be playing music. So I'm gonna have to figure that thing out for maybe a future video because the audio was very perfect. I don't know if the audio right now is good enough. But anyway, to keep it short, man, Freddie Gibbs, recent new album right now. I don't think Freddie Gibbs is an introduction. He's dropped multiple classics. We have Pinata, which is easily one of the best and essential hip-hop records of all time. It's one of the few records that I give a 10 out of 10. I think it is a complete masterpiece. Bandana, which was a fantastic sequel to Pinata. And of course, Alfredo, which was my personal favorite rap album of the year back in 2020. So it's safe to say that I have a connection with Freddie Gibbs. He does have a great catalog, a great discography in general. And I'm super extra mega hyped for this record. There's so many names attached to this. I mean, I believe James Blake produced Dark Hearted. I believe, yeah, Moneybagg Yo was on this record with Too Much, which I think was a pretty cool song. And he literally has some big names at the end. I think Boy with the Wonder is here. But he also has old names like The Alchemist, Madlib in here. But aside of that, as I was saying, he got some big names, and it seems like he wants to go more of the mainstream approach. But at the same time, having the sound and style that fans, the fans come to Freddie Gibbs for. So I think he's trying to balance between the both, which I think is honestly a great idea, and hopefully it's executed well in this project. Freddie doesn't really miss, honestly. I'm already know this thing is going to be heat. But yeah, I mean, aside of that, like, before we start, can we just appreciate how much great music has been dropping this year alone? And the year hasn't even ended. We literally got Kendrick with Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers. We got Future. We got JID. We got Denzel Curry. And we got Joey Badass. And now we got Freddie Gibbs releasing all in the same year. And so far, all these records have been great records. I've loved them all. So I'm praying for the best, hoping for the best for this album. But yeah, let's get right into the first track, and it's Couldn't Be Done featuring Kelly Price.
I was just too jiggy, big rabbit.
Bro, I already love Freddie. I really like Freddie's flow in this thing. This thing is already going hard. I'm sorry for pausing this song, but why? I don't know why, but this beat is reminding me of some Christmas type of instruments. I don't know why the horns or the stomps that I'm playing in every kick just reminds me of like a freaking Christmas beat. I don't know why, something personal maybe. But yeah, let's just continue the song. Great vocals. Damn, Kelly singing her voice ass. Bro is dialing up the phone. Oh shit. Yes, that always Couldn't Be Done. I really like that last part, the laying the phone in the hotel thing. If I'm not mistaken, Freddie has this sort of like campaign for this record, the marketing campaign for this record. And I thought it was pretty cool because it's like he was promoting some sort of like hotel or casino that I think was Soulchild separately or some other name there. I really liked, as I said, I really liked the marketing behind this, and I like the music videos as well. It gives me this feeling like, I don't know why, but it gives me this feeling that he's actually, the big boss. I mean, he did say he was a big boss rabbit in one of the songs, and he said it repeatedly, so it does feel like he's a big boss. He's like taking ownership. He's becoming a leader, becoming independent. I really love to see that growth from Freddie, honestly. So yeah, my thoughts on this track, I think it's an okay beginning. I don't know, I just think that, I mean, it's not that it didn't hit the 3-minute mark and it's a bit odd. I mean, there are obviously like short Freddie Gibbs songs that are fire and stuff like that, especially in Pinata. But aside of that, it's fine. I think it's a fine opening. As I said, it was triumphant. It was like, it couldn't be done. We overcome it. We overcame this struggle. We proved these people wrong. I think Kelly really sang her ass off in this song. Great feature, honestly. But anyway, second track, Blackest in the Room.
We stick together like dope and soda, put that shit on nation. My calculation on coastal notion. If I smoke them on the side, well, in the streets to the cell.
Oh, he is talking shit in
Got the AK with the catch. I start the drama.
Oh, shit.
Black suits and black curses. Look around, gonna find out. Fuck around, get found slumped.
Bro, is that in the hotel again? They put Freddie Gibbs in a hole. It's kind of crazy. I gotta lie. Well, personally, I wouldn't let that slide. But yeah, anyway, jokes aside, Blackest in the Room. So far, it seems to be the strongest song off this record. I think even stronger than the Too Much song, which I thought was a cool song in general. But yeah, like Freddie was rapping his ass off. I'm getting the vibe. I mean, as well as seeing how the length of a lot of these songs. That's gonna be like brief raps. There's gonna be some brief songs, but Freddie's gonna be spitting a lot. I mean, he did spit his ass off, and he did rap his ass off, and Blackest in the room. But as I said, I'm getting the general vibe, sort of a general vibe, something reminiscent of his older work, his past works, which are obviously fantastic. Have no issue with the length in general. But yeah, as I said, I think the bars are just like typical Freddie Gibbs bars. He's flowing as usual. That beat switch, as I said, was very nice. I like how he handled it. But yeah, man, I'm so excited to go to like even more tracks. I'm seeing that the third track is called Pain and Strife featuring Offset, and I really want to listen to it right now. Oh, he's already flowing. He's already flowing. He already won, bro. I gotta stay hydrated. I'm already wet. I'm already dehydrated. I'm gonna get wet now. Pause. Alright, so that was Pain and Strife featuring Offset. As I said, was that really Offset? I don't know why, but the auto-tune just really took me off a bit from Offset's typical delivery. I don't know if he's, I guess, changed his sound or revamped or something. It's been a while since I've listened to Offset's solo work. I think the last time I really listened to anything with Offset was probably the Amigos project that dropped last year, which was pretty mid. But anyway, moving on. It's an okay track. It's cool. It's cool. I can really see, I understand what Gabe was trying to do here. The singing was actually not that shabby. I kind of enjoyed the melody in this track. The harmonies are pretty cool. He flowed his ass off in the song as well. Yes, I said, generally I think this is okay. It's fine. It's harmless, really. It's a bit playing it safe. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm sort of getting from this record so far. That, you know, it's probably gonna go more in some trap songs. It's okay. He wants to go a bit more mainstream. That's fine. He can flow off his ass and trap beats. We've heard this before effortlessly, and he's showing it right now. But yeah, I wonder how this is gonna turn for, I guess, the entire course of this record. And if I'm not mistaken, I did see Madlib that was gonna be in track 14 of CIA, which I'm already gonna get to. Oh right, Pusha T is in this shit. Oh wow, yeah, and I recall Raekwon and Anderson Paak on the same track is crazy, by the way. It's crazy. They both, with Freddie Gibbs, have made fantastic songs together. Rick Ross once again featured here. Yes, I love it. Love to see it. All right, next track, Zipper Bags.
On the block, we can split the bag.
No.
I'm just serving the neighbors, they
Those
stick
drums,
the bag.
I'm sorry, I can pause this. Those drums remind me of Baby Shit, I think. I think God is Perfect, Baby Shit, from Alfredo. I don't know why, it just reminds me. Alright, so that was Zipper Bags. I think so far the songs that I listened to, it has possibly maybe the tightest flow. I really liked how he flowed over the beat. As I said, it reminded me sort of Baby Shit. Aside of the drums, the flow that reminded me of Baby Shit, how he was trying to cut in there. He did mix it with a little bit. He did mix it with a little bit of singing, which I thought was fine. I think it's the quote-unquote more underwhelming singing compared to the tracks that he's sang on so far, which is fine. You know, Freddie kind of did hint that he was going to do a lot of singing in this record, and that's okay. I'm not a huge, enormous fan of his singing. He can sing well in some parts in some songs, but hey, it's okay. He's experimenting. So far, this is decent. So far, this is cool. I'm messing with it. As I always say in my reactions, this is my first reactions. You know, it can change over time. I'm probably gonna listen to this off. I'm most likely gonna listen to this off camera. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm gonna listen to this off camera. I might like it even more. I might like it less. I might stay the same. I don't know, but anything is possible. So yeah, as I was saying, let's move on to the next track, Lobster Omelette featuring Rick Ross. The guitar is already making me horny. Whoa, pause.
Yeah. My nightmares coming
Oh,
true, but they ain't leave me spooked. On the West Coast counting blues, but I'm whooping with them rules.
Well, I'm sorry, I gotta pause this. That beat came out of nowhere. That thing was smooth, and you hear the drums hitting at the same time, the bass and the guitar. Ooh. Now I understand the fade out. It was like to bring more of the tension in it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting too much. I was actually looking for this. And he's delivering, bro. He is delivering. Rick, I need the feature to hear right now, like you did with Cardi B. Alright, so that was Lobster Omelette. Hey, so far, I think it's my favorite track of this record. Really, like so far, that was the Gibbs side, you know, that we're typically used to. Obviously, the more lyrical, cookie cutter Gibbs. But yeah, as I said, man, aside the flow obviously being great, the beat just coming in at the perfect time, sort of like doing a metamorphosis, sort of changing throughout the entire track as it goes. Sort of giving space for Rick Ross's part as well as like giving him dividing more space. And there's a lot of great one-liners that Freddie Gibbs said. He was rapping his ass off, flowing his ass off, as I said. Rick Ross, I think, delivered a great feature. Though brief, I think it's a great feature. I don't want to compare this to Scotty Beam, obviously. It's a bit weird to compare. It's probably a bit too early. But yeah, I'm honestly up for like Rick Ross and Freddie Gibbs collabs. Like it's always slapping, because they did do the ice cream. I think yeah, ice cream. There's an it's a song called Ice Cream, I think. I think he did with Rick Ross. They both really went hard on that. Flowed super hard. I think Kenny Beats produced the song, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, as I said, we have Scotty Beam, which is a great song. But yeah, I mean, anything with these two, it's bound to be great. It's really bound to be great. But yeah, next track, Space Rabbit. That's literally the cover of this thing. It's a freaking rabbit just looking at a UFO that just crashed and some flames, and it's like different UFO. It's like other UFOs, I believe, are the same area just crashing and on fire. Okay, apparently this rabbit is extraterrestrial. Bro, Freddie Gibbs is like listening to my commentary and just delivering what I need. This flows incredible right now. Bro, he's gonna call a hotel again? That's crazy.
Cause you're always hopping out of your child support. What are you doing?
Damn, that's crazy.
Selling crack to Michael Jackson?
I don't know why, but that sort of skit segment in the ending reminded me of the skits and vinyl days in the Logic record. It was like these, I guess, comedic bits where he would get celebrities to, like, I guess, say something and something like that. But yeah, anyway, Space Rabbit, wow. Another great flow, another great track. He was going very lyrical. It's kind of crazy when you think like the length, you know, the runtime of these songs are not particularly long, as I said, they're like kind of like average, if not slightly below average. But I don't know, Freddie like sort of feels like Freddie gives you this feeling that it's like it's going longer than that. And it's not a bad thing, by the way. It's a compliment, because I think the flow is like it's so fast, and every second feels like just longer. If it feels much longer, it feels very complete. And so far, I'm really enjoying the production value in here. As I said, sure, there's like a mainstream crossover, but I don't think it's affecting the record to the point that it's hurting it so far, I guess. Feel No Pain, featuring Anderson .Paak and Raekwon. I am right now extremely hype. You guys know these two are GOATs, so yeah. By the way, I need a new album, Anderson .Paak. I do. I'm hungry for more. I don't know why, but I'm getting bandana vibes. Oh, you hear the sample change? I'm sorry, let me pause this. I'm sorry for pausing it. I don't know why, but this instrumental and this whole feeling and how he's flowing through this track and the bars especially, you're giving me some Only for Cuban Links type of vibe. For people who listen to that record, I guess you can definitely tell. I don't know why, but I can sort of see a parallel with it, the sound, because a lot of the sample choices are pretty wicked. They're pretty wild, and some of them were like some Arabic type of themed, plucky, string type samples that I guess are a bit more antique, and I'm getting this sort of vibe that's adjacent to it. I don't know why, I'm just getting that vibe. Alright, so that was Feel No Pain. Great collaboration, honestly. I kind of wish Freddie rapped a bit more here, but even though he did a pretty good verse. But yeah, aside of that, it's a pretty good song. I think it's a bit more structured in terms of, I guess, it's slightly predictable in terms of its song structure. Especially more, I think it's much more predictable in Giannis, which was, if you don't know, the collaboration between Freddie and Anderson and the Bandana project. I don't know why, but, you know, as I said, I know that Anderson had a verse. I think Anderson, like, just has such a major part, an essential part in this song that just feels like an Anderson .Paak song featuring Freddie Gibbs and Raekwon. But, as I said, good song. I really like it. As I said, great song. I really enjoyed that. I didn't know I needed that collaboration in my life. Anyway, next song, Rapid Vision. Okay, yeah, he's been very old school in this track. At least in this latest record. Dirty kids in an alley, fuck a sandbox. That is a great line. Really liked it.
On social sites, this shit get real in the streets. We had a spat, I talked to whack, ain't need the minister to settle no.
Sorry, I gotta pause this. So I guess the general feeling I'm getting from this song is more of his point of view. I'm assuming it's called Rapid Vision because it's like supposed to be Freddie's vision, how he, I guess trying to dive more into his philosophy or his ideology. Well, I know that sounds really deep, but that's like the vibe or the sense that I'm getting of where he's coming from. Especially since I said the song from We Came for Dirty Alleys, fuck sandboxes.
And that's a fucked up mentality, but it stayed with me. Mag, I sent the boarding school, mama kept him away from me.
Interesting bar. I like what he said there. It's a fucked up mentality, but you know, it's good for me. That's how I see it. You know, the bar where he said that I'd rather bleed than go broke. It kind of reminds me of the "Get Rich or Die Trying" slogan, where it's like, you know, he's already reached this level of status. He's already sacrificed a lot along the way, and he feels that he would rather die than to go back to this first phase, literally the first step of his career. He'd rather just die where he's at, successful, wealthy, than just crumble and fall as what he was from the beginning. Because it's sort of I guess a term of evolution that has been going on in his life. As I said, I know it's wild analytical point of view, but still, that's the urge. I mean, not the urge, the point of view that I'm getting. You got Joe Rogan and a skid in here. That's crazy. That is really crazy. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know why, but I just remember this interview he had with Bill Mayer, if I believe. Yeah, because Bill Mayer has a podcast. It's called a podcast. It's a hilarious episode, honestly. I don't know why, but I think that was a time when Joe Rogan, the videos of him saying a lot of racist stuff came out. They were talking about it. I don't know if he said fuck Joe Rogan. I don't think he did. I think it was more of his side or something. I don't know why. Just sort of a memory that I remember from it. And I don't know, it's kind of weird and awkward seeing him in this record, but that's very sad. I think he was just cool with, I mean, not cool with it, but I don't think it affected him in a personal scale where he just wasn't, where he would like detach himself from Joe Rogan. But that's cool, I guess. I don't know how to react to that. But anyway, Rapid Vision, great song. I think, if not the deepest song so far, I guess the more quote-unquote philosophical song that this album has going. I gotta say, already, like we're gonna go to the 10th track right now. I think Too Much and Dark Heart are like terrible examples of what we're witnessing on this record, what this record sound is. Maybe in track 10 and beyond, there's more trap-focused instrumentals, or I guess more mainstream type of instrumentals, perhaps. But so far, ever since Lobster, Omelette, we're getting some very old school boom bap type of beats, like typical Freddie Gibbs, lyrical, spiritual type of old school Gibbs type of thing, like the typical Gibbs, is what I'm trying to say. And hey, I'm not complaining. I hope he continues the entire record. He can go trap. I don't care. He's just floating his ass off and he is spitting bars. Anyway, track 10, PYS featuring DJ Paul. Oh, I don't remember hearing the snippet for the song. The beat goes hard. Yeah, I remember. Oh my god, like, I don't know why, but this, oh, now we get it, I'm sorry, I was trying to find like the vibe with this. I don't know why, but the entire vibe that I'm getting from this song, it reminded me of the, oh my god, it's from the, yeah, Rest in Peace Young, Rip Young. It's from the Isaiah Rashad record, The House is Burning. It has that same sort of like flow or cadence, sort of like bouncy hi-hats, a bit like, I don't know why, I think like a bit like of a swing. That's what I'm trying to say, a bit of a swing on the drums, and the sample playing at the same tempo. It's like dun 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 dun. I don't know why. I just got that random idea in my head. But yeah, let's continue. Alright, so that was PYS. As I said, great instrumental. Really loved that beat. The flow, the cadence, everything was pretty cool. I don't know why. The thing was pretty cool. I really liked the I guess the chemistry he had with DJ Paul. the flow was pretty tight. The beat was really nice, great. Honestly, really kind of hard, but really hard. It was really hard. But yeah, cool track overall. I think it was pretty cool. I listened to Dark Hearted, so now we're skipping to Gold Rings featuring Pusha T. Man, this is probably my second, if not my first, most anticipated song of this entire record. I've been dying to hear another Pusha T collaboration with Freddie Gibbs ever since I did with Palmo Live that I think had Killer Mike in the hook as well. He went crazy on that. So this thing gotta go crazy as well.
Okay.
Oh, I can already hear the snorting. It's going crazy.
Put the range in the name and I'm fucking up a credit. The judge gave her probation, yet not sent a stomach.
Oh shit, Pusha gonna come.
My cocaine novella.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Soap
Before we go to the verse, I wanted to mention, yeah, Pusha also dropped this year. So I was mentioning earlier, like great releases never happened. It's Almost Dry was a fantastic album. Honestly, I really loved it. He really went hard on that one. If you haven't heard it, definitely recommend it. Easily has one of the most replayabilities. Yeah, I think it's one of the albums that has one of the most replayabilities of this entire year. It's crazy.
Home soon, can't whip it hard, that's a hard sale. Bet I won't pay them bitches back, I play my cards with the cartel.
So that was Gold Rings. Honestly, I enjoyed that track. I enjoyed it. I think maybe I had a huge, I guess, anticipation. For some reason I was like fantasizing on the track between them was just gonna be like really hardcore sample. But no, I think that was a good track. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why. I think I need to stop like drawing comparisons like the before performances, I guess, except what we have now. I know I'm making it sound like it's like a bad song or it's mid, but it's not. It's a good song. I don't know. I'm not saying it's throwing me away. I just think that maybe with a couple of listens to the entire record, I guess it might click with me more as I wanted to click. But it's a good song. I enjoyed it. The Pusha T verse was cool. It was fine. I don't know why I kind of expected a bit more bar heavier. As I said, I guess I'm a bit too influenced with the Palmo Live performance, which is freaking amazing and one of his best verses ever. But anyway, aside of doing all that, it's a good song. Going to track 13, Grandma Stove, featuring Musiq Soulchild.
This shit get retarded. If it wasn't me, it'd be an athlete or another artist. That cool. A nigga stressing, so I numb him with drugs, liquor, and table dance.
all them shots, no chaser.
I think it's one of the, I guess, darker songs of the entire record. A feeling that I've been getting as this record has been progressing is a nocturnal feeling. Yeah, a nocturnal feeling where it's like very dark. The overall sound of this record feels a bit nocturnal. There's a bit more darker beats in here, a bit of a darker atmosphere placed in here. As I said, with Grandma Stove, there's some pretty dark and deep lines in there. Dark, really deep liners. I think his father was struggling with stomach cancer, I'm correct. Which, praying for him, man. I hope everything goes well or whatever's going on. There were some other deep bars in there. But as I said, overall in this record, I'm getting some very nocturnal vibes, which I think is good. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, Grandma Stove, it was an interesting track. I think it was interesting. I kind of liked it. Kind of cool. Well, not cool for what's happening, but as I said, it has, I guess, one of the more mature themes placed into it, I guess is the best way to say it. So the structure-wise is a bit weird. I don't want to say it's not formulaic at all. It's just slightly odd. I don't know why. But yeah. We're on track 14. It's called CIA, and then we're going to go to Decoded. I think it's safe to say that overall, like, the entire, second layer of this record has completely changed, up, the entire sound, and it's more, I guess, a bit cleaner. The production is a bit more cleaner, as I said, a bit more darker, and it's basically just typical old Freddie Gibbs. Oh, shit. Oh, you see this? Oh, yeah, it's produced by Madlib. Oh, that's going crazy.
I hear the deuce around Deucey and me go slide with me. Need my money back, you can't never YK Osiris me. Making millions, they can't silence me. Excess set me up.
That is true. Please, Freddie Gibbs making an Instagram account. It was goated. I'm sorry, I gotta pause. Bro, whenever Freddie Gibbs or Madlib just link up, it's like one of the greatest achievements in human history. Aside of music history, it's like one of the greatest achievements in music history. Because it just shows the chemistry between a producer and a rapper. Just linking up together, knowing exactly what they want to make. It's perfect. I mean, this is the reason why every time they link up record-wise, it's a classic. Pinata, Bandana. I'm waiting for the sequel to Bandana. Like, make it at least a trilogy. At least a trilogy, bro. Like, come on. You know this thing is already goated.
Nigga made it, I'm on my last days. Youngest doing murder for clout and they posted on they page.
I'm sorry for pausing it again. But hearing more of the sample and the overall sound, it reminds me of Nujabes. It really does. Because Nujabes has this one song. Well, really, he has a lot of songs where he uses this type of samples of, you know, saxophones being played. But if I'm not mistaken, it's the final letter, final something, or a letter to, or something like that. It's a metaphorical music, I believe. Yeah, I think it's in that album. One of those beats has something really similar to this beat that I'm listening to by Madlib. I don't know why, but it just has something very, just that's sticking out. It's very similar. It's very adjacent to one of the songs, if not multiple songs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for pausing the song and just saying that. It just gave me that vibe, and I just felt like sharing it. By the way, if you haven't listened to Metaphorical Music, definitely give it a listen. Great record. Fantastic. Alright, CIA, man. That put a smile on my face, honestly. That really did. Well, I mean, some of the lyrics were like very, you know, deep, and you actually like re-listen to it. And he said something like it was in his final days, and he wanted to see his kids, which is obviously not the thing worth smiling to. But I don't know. I always smile whenever I hear Madlib and Freddie together. It's like they were like a match made in heaven. Not in that way. I mean, like, you know, collaborative way, collaborative efforts. Like, how can I make this comparison? I was gonna say Don Quixote, but it's like it's not. It's some bunch of whatever his freaking name is. But let's just say it's like they're one of the best team ups in history. I was gonna say Goku and Vegeta, but don't they hate each other? I don't know. I don't watch DBC. Anyway, going to the final track, which is apparently a bonus track, Decoded featuring Scarface. Another cocaine masterpiece, possibly.
Drug bitches and jewelry. I run the section now. I love my connection to foolery.
Please, fuck 12, fuck them. Let them be. It's like we failed our youngsters, man. It's like we not giving the youngsters that game.
I think it was fine. It was an okay track. I've heard stronger songs, you know, with Freddie Gibbs and Scarface. I mean, it's not necessarily like a weak song. I just think it's an okay track. I understand why it's a bonus song, I guess you could say, even though it's kind of a weird placement. Probably expect this type of thing in the deluxe edition. Talking about deluxe, I hope there's a deluxe version of this record, because I hope that includes Black Illuminati with Jadakiss, which is a freaking great song. They rapped their asses off on that song. Ice Cream too, if they want to add it. Big Ass Rabbit. I mean, the songs they released with the bunny logos ever since 2020. Yeah, it's been that long. It's been that long of a slight rollout, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's sold separately. We just finished the record. I think it's a very interesting album, especially a very interesting release. I guess knowing with the information that we have, you know, that Gibbs wanted to go a bit more commercial. He wanted to expand more of his taste, I guess you want to say, or his palettes, or his, I guess, his sound in general, and his artistic point of view, which I really give him props for really trying and attempting something like this. First, I guess the first couple of songs were a bit shaky here and there. I mean, they weren't bad or anything. I just think it was a bit like drifting, straying away. It gave me this sort of sense of or vibe that I was going to keep on going for a few more songs or for the entirety of the album. But it picked up so much when we got to Lobster, Omelette, where it was like a complete switch up. And I think the entire sound was just like completely changed and almost just derived off of that. And I'm honestly messed with it. I really loved it. Really loved what he did here. It was almost like pump fake. And again, just to mention, I don't mind him going with trap instrumentals, or I guess more mainstream instrumentals, if we want to put it that way. I just mind it when he's showing his more, how can I say this? I guess the parts that he hasn't refined enough. I mean, there was some singing in this record. I guess some of it was kind of cool. Some of it was, I think, was okay. It was fine. Obviously, Freddie Gibbs is not the greatest singer ever, which is okay. It's fine. But I'm honestly glad it turned out the way it turned out. I think I'm leaving this record with a lot of songs I can come back to. There's some songs where I might just maybe skip. I think they were fine, but I don't think they captured me enough for me to probably listen to it completely. But anyway, this record overall is pretty good. I really like it. Remember, these are initial reactions, so please don't be on my ass. I mean, I think, as I said, in the future I might like this more, I might like it less, I might say the same, I don't know. But honestly, for a Freddie Gibbs record, this is interesting. I mean, he's done this before with Freddie, and I guess a little bit in Bandana, but I don't know, this one is like more, I think it has a bit of everything. Possibly his most diverse project, perhaps, who knows, in his discography, because it combines a lot of different elements and genres in here. But yeah, this one is cool. I really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed it. I wonder how this is going to affect, I was going to say how this is going to affect Freddie Gibbs' legacy, like if I was saying that meme from Twitter with LeBron legacy. Nah, but I wonder how this is going to affect his future sounds or what he's going to do in the future. Apparently, one of the skits, apparently this thing was like 3 years in the making, which is absolutely crazy. I was not aware of that. But then keeping that into consideration, he was working on Bandana, Alfredo, and this. That's a crazy work schedule. It really is. But yeah, initial reactions, as I said, it's pretty good. I mess with it a lot. Really enjoy a lot of the cuts in here. Really enjoy a lot of the middle leg and last couple of songs as well. I think they were pretty cool. Yeah, as I said, another solid release from Freddie Gibbs. This guy does not miss. Score-wise, I don't really know exactly what I would give it. Maybe, perhaps a very strong 7, closing more on the 8, maybe an 8. I'm not entirely sure. I really want to give a few more listens to this. I really want to re-listen to this record again, because as I said, this is my first reaction, so I'm a bit confused in some aspects, in some areas. But yeah, overall, a solid, entertaining listen. I was very entertained from beginning to end. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this record, or if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like below. Comment below what you enjoyed this record. If you like it, if you hate it, let me know in the comments down below, as I was saying. Subscribe and turn notification bell on so you don't miss an upload from me. And yeah, stay safe from COVID, obviously. Monkeypox, I completely forgot about that. For people who were affected in Florida, praying for all of you. We recently had Fiona, that messed us up a bit. And I know Ian is possibly worse than Fiona, so I'm praying for all of you guys from Florida. I'm technically part of Florida, but we're not gonna get too deep into that. I'll probably say that more in the future. And yeah, I also want to mention my birthday was this Monday, so the mere fact that I got this record is like something like a belated birthday surprise. You know, your boy is already almost there. You know, your boy's almost an adult. That's crazy, man. Time flies. Time flies. Damn. Anyway, see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody, and stream so separately.